Hello everyone, today I'll be doing a flip through of my completed Christmas journal for 2023. I was debating on whether I was going to do a journal that only included 2023, but I decided to make one that would include a couple of different years. So I'll be showing you the journal today. I made it out of a thrifted quilt and it was a handmade wall hanging, and I really liked the start pattern that they did. So I just added a couple little embellishments, ribbons and trims just to make it a little bit more sparkly. This came from one of the gifts that I received this year. And then everything else I already had on hand. It has 4 or 5 signatures. And it's pretty large. I think it's at least as big as a sheet of paper. And then on the back, because I didn't want to cut into the star. At first, if I folded it in half, it would have been like this. I really wanted the star to stay in the middle. I had to add, which has a bunch of little specks right now, but I had to add another piece of something. So I added this quilt or this placemat that I also thrifted and some lace just to kind of collage it a little bit. And it has that nice jingle bell sound. And I haven't added a charm yet. I might do that later on. On the inside, I added this fabric, which I think was from Dollar Tree, but I actually thrifted a whole basket full of those little Dollar Tree rolls of fabric. So it was super inexpensive. I probably paid like 10 cents for this roll of fabric. It's cute. I think it was a little bit too bright, so I did second guess my choice. But then I just added this lace pocket in here, which is nice and big, so I can add things throughout the years. And for this year, I just have a copy of some pictures that I accidentally printed on regular printer paper, and I didn't want to throw them away. On the first page, I didn't want to cover this pretty image. This was from a Daphne's Diary Christmas edition magazine. And so I decided to use what was already on the page and then just block this out. And then I'll just include the years as I'm able to fit them. And here I just added a little scrap of this ribbon that I made. So I made some bows for our windows outside. So I just included a little scrap there. And then I did some journaling about the season overall here. So I did this when I was done with the whole journal. In this page, I included this ribbon, which I had extra from some gifts that I had wrapped. So it's just there dangling free. I added joy and cheer, and then I journaled about decorating our outdoors or our house outside. So then I just did some journaling here, and I have a little bit of it covered there. And I stamped when we decorated the outside. So I tried to go in chronological order with this journal, but I did miss a few entries, so I just included them at the end. The next thing that I have here is we went to a local farm, and this is the receipt from the food that we got. They had different stations with Christmas lights. They had some area for the kids to play. And so it was just a nice night. We got hot cocoa, and so I had this little card here from the Target Dollar Spot a couple of years ago. So I used it as a little flip. And then here I have some beautiful vintage inspired paper. I'm pretty sure I thrifted this, but I saw it at a store after. So I'm pretty sure it's a reproduction and not actually vintage. And then I just have some extra pictures. I didn't want to add anything to cover it because I really like how this looks. And then here I have this little house. It's a printable from Piece of Junk Journals. And then this is a printable from Little Bindi. Here I have When we went to see Christmas lights, we got hot cocoa, and then we put the windows down, some Christmas music, and then we went driving around to look at Christmas lights. So I just put a little cutout of a tree. And this was actually from an old invite that I had printed out. And I just cut out the tree, and then I just did some journaling in this spot, which is the envelope flap. So that worked out nicely. Here I have an entry about a journal that I made for a Christmas gift. I made my sister-in-law a Christmas gift, and it was Toy Story theme. And so I put To Infinity and Beyond in one of the cards that I made. And then I put little scraps of the papers that I printed to put in her journal. And this was scraps from the tassel that I made for the journal. So I just put those there. And then this picture is the picture that I used on the cover of the journal. It's of her babies. And it was just a test print to check that the size was good for the cutout that I had. So I just kept the picture. Here I have kind of like a gift wrap and gift wrapping thing. I had this card that I thrifted, and I put pictures of my husband with his Santa Claus hat as we were wrapping gifts. This is from a little chocolate kiss that we ate that night. I saved one of the wrappers. And then here I just have different papers that we either used as that we either used to wrap the gifts that we gave or that we received. So it's just little things. And then I have some Christmas cards in here that we got. And then this is just scraps of paper that just ended up on my desk that I saved from things we wrapped, things we received. I didn't want to throw them away, so I just made this little scrappy pad of wrapping paper sample, basically. Here was an entry about some ornaments that we made. So we made a ton of handmade ornaments this year. This is one of the leftover ones that nobody made anything with, so I just stapled it and put a sticker on. But we made a few different ones. We painted some, and then one of my daughters, she hand painted some that are very cute on wooden, like those wooden discs. And then I used a little scrap from the Toy Story journal that I made, that I had on my desk as a little label. And then I put a picture of our decorated Christmas tree here. Here I also have some other wrapping paper from this season. A little jingle bell that my brother-in-law gave me. This sticker came from a trip that we took to a lighthouse. And then here, this is a box from a soap that I bought for myself as a Christmas gift. So I just kept the box, and it's just a little pocket. And then I just included some pictures with little tabs from scraps. Here I journaled about, so this was the first Christmas that our son had that he knew what was going on. So I saved some of his tags that of presents that he got. This is a little handprint ornament that we made. This is a tag from one of the gifts he got, and then I just journaled about that. And this is a printable from KB and Friends. I used this tag as a tuck spot. Then at work, I put up our Christmas tree. One of the days I was there, I made this little tree from Amity Bloom's tutorial. And at work, they had a Christmas market. So I got personalized hand towels for my sister-in-law and I. And then we did an ornament exchange at work. And that's the one that I received. And yeah, that's what that was about. This was Christmas Eve. This frame here is from one of those like Shutterfly ads that they send in the mail. So I just cut out the family they had there, and I put my mom, with my kids and my niece. And here the kids were playing the piano, so I just had a picture of that. This is like a little tuck spot I made, but I didn't put anything in there. And then here I just have a bunch of extra pictures. Here I tipped in this little flap from a kid's Christmas book with a little cute bear opening gifts. And then here's the cousins, they're playing around and opening gifts. So it was a very sweet night. This was about Christmas morning. Well, this picture we took before the kids went to sleep. And then I had this from a pack from Michael's. And then this is from this same book. I just used the other page with all the presents. Here I made a little flip of the kids with their gifts. I put a little tab and it's just like a little layered picture. I don't know what it's called, but anyways, so you just flip it and it has a little bit of journaling. There's the girls, and then I didn't notice, but this had some scribble that my daughter made many years ago. My daughter, and then I did some journaling here about their favorite gifts this year. This entry was about some of my favorite gifts, or like some notable gifts, I guess. A gift that I got from my husband. My sister-in-law got me the cutest mug that it has a we homeschool, so it says homeschool mama, and it has a little house with books and all the homeschooling things. And every time I look at it, it just reminds me what a blessing it is that I'm able to keep the girls at home and homeschool them. And yeah, I loved it. So here's me Christmas morning making some cinnamon rolls from scratch, and I meant to put the recipe in here, so I'll do that later. This is just a receipt from a gift that I received from my husband, so I just put it there. And then this came with the tumbler. I kept the labels in here of her gifts. We got our doggy some like a little stocking and toys, so I just put that there, and I needed to take a picture of him too and put it there. I haven't done that yet. Here I ordered my niece and my daughter a Christmas dress, and it came in the cutest little bag, so I saved that and I used it as a tuck spot here. Here's just a piece of Christmas ribbon, and I used it as a flap. A doily with a picture of us on the way to a Christmas party, and then here I just have Christmas cards that our kids made us. And then this was New Year's Eve. I just put gold stars all around because I did not have very many things that said New Year's Eve. And then this was all the same night, so I did some journaling there. I put some pictures in this cool little iridescent bag, and I just stapled it on and used a paper clip to close it so the pictures don't come out. And then again, I just added some gold stars and a little bit of journaling around each one. So that is it for all the Christmas things this year. And that's what it looks like from the side. And I'll just give you a quick flip through of the rest of the journal that's blank, and I'll be using in future Christmas seasons. I love this right here. These plates too. I've used that same page in another journal before. This one's awesome because it's about celebrating Christmas in Puerto Rico, and that's where I'm from. So that'll be fun if I get to go back home for Christmas one of these years. I made a pocket here with that other ribbon that I showed you guys earlier. Here's the other side of that Christmas in Puerto Rico page. And then this is the back. It's pretty plain. I could do something with it, but as of right now, I don't need it to do anything. So that is it. I love how it's looking already with all the trim and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed looking through it with me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.